the route. Can I leave this up here and just finish on the way out?
We'll take it.
On the way out, I will.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, hold on. I'm not used to this purse. Let me set backpack.
And then we're gonna go to the door, right here, on your side, on the left side.
Oh, I feel like I'm in school again. Principal.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Dr. Anthony. I am going to be doing the mental status exam portion of your appointment today, so it should only take about no more than 10 minutes.
Okay.
Get your doggy settled. Okay, so you ready to begin?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say 3 words, and I want you to repeat after me.
Oh.
Apple,
Apple,
table,
table,
penny.
penny.
Can you say those 3 words for me?
Apple, penny, table.
Alrighty, so just try to remember them. I'm gonna ask you for them again in about 5 minutes.
Can I write it down? I'm just kidding.
We're gonna start at 100 and take away 7. How many do we have?
Oh, I have dyscalculia. Can I use my fingers?
You can.
Okay, 100, 99. I know I'm saying it wrong, dyscalculia, but 99, 98, 97, 96, 95, 94. How many? 10?
7.
93.
7 more from 93.
It's nice. Math isn't my thing. 93. Okay, 93, 92. 92, 91, 90, 89, 88, 87, 86.
And 7 more from 86.
86, it's going to be better now. 86, 85, 84, 83, 82, 81, 80. 79.
Okay.
Is that right?
7 more from 79.
Oh, 4 more?
7 more.
7 more, okay. It's from 79?
Mm-hmm.
78? Sorry, 79, 78, 77, 76, 75, 74, 73, and 72.
Okay. And 7 more from 72.
72, 71. Oh, wait, we're on 70? Or 71? I'm sorry, 71, 70, 69, 68, 67, 66, 65, and 64.
Okay. Thank you. Can you spell the word world for me?
W-O-R-L-D.
Can you spell it backward? Can you spell the word house for me?
H-O-U-S-E.
Can you spell it backward?
I can't.
Can you spell cat for me?
C-A-T.
Can you spell it backward?
T-A-C.
Okay, so now we're going to count using both the alphabet and numbers going up each time. So like A1, B2, C.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay. A1, B2, C3, D4, E5, A, B, C. I don't know. It's hard for me. I'm sorry. A, B. Oh,
So you left off at E5. Keep going.
A, C, F, 6.
Okay.
G, 7.
Okay.
H, are we on H?
Okay.
8.
Keep going.
I, 9.
Okay.
J, 10. Do I have to go all the way? That's hard.
Until I say stop. Keep going.
On J, K, Are we on 6 or 7?
Can't tell you.
ABs. I get frustrated, I'm sorry, I get emotional, I hate math.
Okay.
Or
It's not for
words.
a grade. This is not for a grade. Go
I
ahead.
know. A, B, C, D, E. K, 6.
Okay.
L, 7. A, B, C, D, E, L, M, 8. N, 9. O, 10.
And stop right there.
I was getting the hang of it.
Can you count from 20 to 1 backward for me?
Yes. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. How many weeks are there in a year?
365.
How many days are in a year?
I mean, wait, didn't you just ask
First
that?
question was how many weeks are in a year?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, how many, let's go back, let's start again.
How
Say-
many weeks in a year?
I think 7. No. 24, I wanna say.
Okay. How many days in a year?
365.
How many days in a week?
7.
Who's the current president?
Joe Biden, but soon Trump in January.
Can you tell me the 4 seasons of the year?
Yeah, well, right now we're in fall, so you want me to start from fall or
It doesn't have to be in a
Fall.
specific order.
winter, January, February, March, April, I get those mixed up. Fall, winter, spring, and summer.
Okay. What does it mean when someone says the early bird gets the worm?
Get there first and you'll get the best thing, best price, I guess.
What does it mean when someone says all that glitters is not gold?
All that glitter is not gold.
Mm-hmm.
That means like you're not gonna get your way.
What would you do if you found a wallet in the store?
Turn it into the manager.
What would you do if you saw thick smoke coming from a building that you were not in?
Call 911.
Do you remember those 3 words that I told you earlier?
Apple. No. Apple. Cat. I don't know.
Just the apples, what you can remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can give me hints. Sorry.
Alrighty. Can you read these instructions and do what it says?
Close your eyes.
Can you do what it says?
Yeah, I just did. Close your eyes.
Okay.
I did it while I was. I
didn't
did
see
it.
you.
Oh, I did it first and then I read it.
Alrighty. Can you pick up that gray pen and put it on the other side of the laptop?
Oh, this one? You want?
Very good. Alrighty. I'll let you guys get started with the interview.
Oh.
That wasn't it.
Am I doing a good job?
Now here's the fun part.
All right, so,
Let me know if you need anything.
yes,
I like
thank
her
you.
outfits.
Very cute. All right, Miss Bernice, my name is Idema, and I will be doing the evaluation interview plus the testing. What brings you in today?
For Social Security.
Why are you applying for Social Security?
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because for income. and I'm hurt, and I can't work. And it's hard for me to work because of my OCD, because I did everything perfect. My nose boss is like you perfect, but not that perfect. It tends to get people riled up.
Okay. All right. So, we only have 2 hours, 1 hour for the interview, 1 hour for testing. So there'll be times where I cut you off, so just so I can get the information that is needed, okay?
Oh man, I thought it was only 10 minutes. I said, oh, okay, I get you.
Yeah, that was one part of the testing.
Okay, I get you.
There's another part of the testing. Okay. So, can you please verify your date of birth?
12/5/71.
Okay. 52?
Mm-hmm. Mess right now. Hair's all wild.
It is beautiful.
Bad hair day. Oh, thank you. That's thinning, but thank you.
Okay. 52. Can you verify your address?
1414 East North Lake Mead, North Las Vegas, 89130.
Okay.
I'm new here, so I have to get to learn the streets and stuff.
Alrighty. How did you get to the appointment?
Myself.
Did you drive?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect driving record too, from 22 to 52. And never criminal either. Just want to throw that in.
What is your height
5'6".
and your weight?
I have Cushing disease, so it goes up and down. So right now it's 162.
And I'll get to that part as well too. Alright.
Oh, it has Indian stuff on here. Oh, nice.
Okay, so because you are applying for Social Security, this report does go to them. So usually here, everything is confidential, but because it
Right.
is a Social Security, it goes
Absolutely.
to them. Other limits of confidentiality, so if I know there's you talk about like either trying to hurt yourself or trying to hurt someone else, I do have to report that. Or if there's any child in danger, such in abuse or neglect, I also have to report that as well too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any questions on that?
Nope.
Okay, perfect. So I know you said that you are hurt. What do you have?
Oh my goodness. Okay. I have CRPS in the right foot. I'm sorry, CRPS throughout the body, CRPS 2, but the right foot, which I forgot that, right foot drop, and dystonia happened years ago at a different state, and then I have maybe bladder cancer, but they're doing a hysterectomy soon, so they're trying to get all that out.
Okay, so is that in here as well too?
No, I need to put that too.
Okay.
I forgot some things. I put some things like Cushing disease. That's another one.
Okay.
Was diagnosed with like hormone problems.
Okay.
Yeah, they call it endomona, or it's like endomona. I forgot what it's called, but it's hormone problems.
Is it endometriosis?
Yeah, but it's cancer too. But endoma is like I say it's hormones.
Okay.
I know I'm saying it wrong, but it's a pituitary. I went out of state, they saw a pituitary mass, and plus over here they know it's hormones and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. So we'll get to all medical stuff as well too.
Okay. Gives you like headaches and stuff like that. Pressure in the eye. Oh, I have a cyst behind my eye too.
Okay. I'll get to that part as well. All right. Where were you born?
In Exeter, California.
From California too.
Yeah, love the redwoods.
Were you raised there as well too?
We're just different places, but mostly there, and mostly there. and in Visalia, and here too, and summertime, because my grandmother had a pool and a beautiful home.
Okay.
Now family owns it, which is awesome because it stayed in the family.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the city again that you grew up in California?
Exeter, California.
Where is that by? I never heard that.
Oh, it's by my backyard was Sequoia National Park.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Went to school there too.
Okay.
Exeter High. Until they put me in a special classes, so.
Okay.
It was like a school for bad kids, but I wasn't bad. I went there because I didn't get good grades because of my learning disabilities. And, but I was a cheerleader there. We were the first ones to do the cheerleading.
Okay. So it sounds like you kind of moved around places in
Not
California.
really. I mean, my father had only one home.
Okay.
It's just when I was 18, I moved around a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. So you were born. Were you born and raised in Exeter, California?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. And who raised you?
My parents,
Both of them?
yes. Good people.
Did you have any siblings?
Yes.
How many?
A total of, there's 9 of us, but there's another one. My mother had one before us,
Okay.
but my mother and father had 9.
Okay. Did you live with the other one? With your
No.
No. Okay.
We all grew up together.
Okay. So along with 9 siblings.
Mm-hmm. Well, technically 8. I'm the 9th.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I just had everybody.
All right. Do you even know their ages?
Yeah, I think I do.
Okay.
They're 10 years older than me. So let's say, let me see, I'm 52, soon to be 53. So there's 62. Oh, I'm sorry, let's go with 63 because I think they're a little bit older. 63, 62, 61, and then went down a little bit. So one's 59, and then one's 56. And then it goes down to me. There's like 2 sets of kids, the older kids and the younger ones. And then we got me, and then we got the twins. Oh no, I'm sorry, Nani. And then he's under me, so he's probably I would say 51, because everyone thought we were twins. And then the twins, they are 49, and then Alvin is the youngest, 40. I'm gonna say 48 now.
40?
No, 48.
40.
The twins 49, and then maybe Alvin could be 47. I know we all played together, and then we had the older son.
Okay. All right. How did you get along with your siblings?
Good, real good. We always get together and stuff.
Do you still continue to get together?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
How often do you guys get together?
Oh gosh. Well, when I was there, it was like almost once a week, or at least once a month for sure, all of us. And now, since I moved, it's kind of like they moved away. Some of them out of state, if that makes sense. And then so it's not as close as we want, but at least once a year.
Okay. Are you gonna reunite with them for the holidays?
Yes, we will. And then I just saw him a few months ago. And then they come over here, so we all, because it's really, I already fly in.
Do you talk to them on the phone? Text?
Text and we talk. We like, especially the girls.
Mm-hmm.
Brothers more text. We just text last night. Oh, actually today, they remind me today my father's, it would have been his 92nd birthday. But he passed away. He had anemia, cancer or something. But he also smoked cigarettes. So I think
Are
he
both
would
of
live
your
a lot
parents
longer.
deceased?
Huh?
Are both of your parents deceased?
Yes. Yeah, my mother died when I was young. My father took mostly care of us.
How often do you call your siblings?
About almost once a week, sisters, and then brothers more texting, like we just texted the other day. I was showing them the fireworks at the F1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're like, what?
So father primarily raised you because mother passed away. When did she pass away? How old were you?
Technically I was like 12.
Do you remember why she passed away?
I just say being sick.
Mm.
I think the doctors gave her too many pills and shots.
Mm.
I blame the doctors. Because I saw a bunch of medications, like, wow. So I really don't know what she died of. But I know my father died of anemia cancer because my sister told me she saw the death certificate. I never asked for my mother's certificate, so I don't know. But she was very good to me, very good.
Mm.
She gave me a bottle even at age 9. No, age 7, 6 or 7, I don't know. Every time I come home from school, she had a bottle waiting for me. I think that's why I have overbite.
Your father passed away from anemia cancer?
Yes.
When did he pass away?
He was like 70, he almost was 80, but he died. When did he die, you asked? Or?
Yeah, how old were you?
Oh, I was in my 30s. And that was my first time ever having a panic attack.
Mm.
And I didn't put it together and go, maybe that's why? Because that's when I got, I forgot to put POTS, P-O-T-S. So when I started having POTS. It's weird. But the timeline was, because I never had that before.
Yeah.
So I was in my late 30s. 37, I believe.
How did you get along with your mom?
Beautifully. I was the best. I was the favorite. I'm not trying to be rude to my mother, but I was her favorite.
What about with your father?
Good. He was a very humble, very smart man with like math. He knew math like gosh, he had a business out the door. So I think he got frustrated with me because I don't think he understood about why I couldn't understand what he was helping me with math. He goes, ay, chingao, mijita. I'm sorry, Papa, don't know. And he never spanked us. Never. Or yelled at us. Never. Just out chingao.
Well, did you speak Spanish at home, or was it?
No, he spoke it only when he was mad, but we didn't understand it.
Okay.
And he didn't teach us. I mean, some of them know, but because they took Spanish classes, but I grew up in Spanish class.
Okay. Are you married right now?
Separated, but we're best friends.
When did you marry?
Huh?
When did you get married?
Oh gosh, like 10 years ago. But we've known each other since the 1990s.
How long ago did you separate?
Oh, let's say about almost a year ago.
Why did you separate?
It's more personal. He's a good man. He's very, very faithful and everything like that. Just somehow I had to protect him, so I had to leave. And I can't say why or how, but I just had to leave. But we're still, like I said, we still go out to eat, we still talk, we're still best friends. It's just, it's better with the stuff I'm going through to be private, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to exclude him or include him, does that make sense? I'm going to exclude him out, that's how.
Yeah. Is it, like, because you don't want him to go through, like, medical stuff with you, or?
Right, I want it to be separated.
Okay.
I want him to not know anything I'm going through. So when we get together, it's more like fun stuff, does that make sense? Or we talk about the kids, or we talk about this and that. And we share Odie, because we share him.
And do you have kids?
Yes, I have 2. One is military, and one is, and she's been studying me all these years, is going to be very soon, because she works and lives on her own beautiful place. So smart, articulate. I mean, just blows you away for the young kids, But her and her honey, but she is going to be a FBI forensic behavioral therapist.
Nice.
No, forensic scientist.
Nice.
Yes, I know. But I've been she used to say autistic mom, and she was like 6 years old, and she still says that 21.
How old are your kids?
33 and 21. They're 12 years apart, but they're very close. And the reason why I chose that is because I knew I was different than others, and I can just focus on one, and you know what I'm saying, get that attention just on one and spoil them, and I didn't. I'm so blessed that they're very close. Like they help each other, you know, like they talk to each other like almost every day. So as you get kids are, I tell people, I think because it's boy and girl, that's why they're very close. 'Cause if you get two boys together, notice they're not as close even though they're 10 years or 12 years apart. But since it's brother and sister, I think it's that. But she's more like the bigger sister. She's like my little therapist. No, I'm just kidding.
How's your relationship with both of them?
Good, real good.
Do you talk to them often?
Yes, almost every day.
Okay.
Or we do Snapchat a lot because we see each other. Yeah.
Do they live by you?
One lives here, and the other one lives far away. I won't say far away, but I just saw her not that long ago, a few months ago. So she flies in, or I fly to see her, or I drive, vice versa. Yeah, very close. And I loved her house. It was all decorated with Christmas and everything. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so ready for Christmas now. But she learned it from me, but she won't say it. But I was like, oh yeah, I see it.
Who are you, do you live by yourself?
By myself.
When did you relocate to Vegas?
A few months ago.
Would it be like January, February?
No, January, February, March, April. Just say April. Something like that. No, February. I'm sorry, February. Sorry
Why
about
did
that.
you, that's okay. Why did you relocate?
I hated Virginia. The humidity was horrible. Horrible. My sister never told me that they had humidity in what's it called? Like, I don't know. They always have like flooding, and felt like you were in Seattle. Like it made you depressed because it was always raining and raining and raining. You couldn't had all these acres and big land, and it's like you couldn't even lay out in the summer, even though it's 80 degrees. I'd rather have 100 degrees here than over there because 80 degrees is horrible because it's so humid. But I miss my trees, but I had to just move forward. Sold the house as is and just moved on.
Okay. When did you move to Virginia?
Well, we traveled, and then I had a new RV and traveled the USA. So moved there, got a high rise. It sucked. No one told you to go up and down with the dog, up and down, especially when you're crippled. Oops. And our grandson, he's 4.
Okay.
Yeah, and he actually saved me because he went across the pool at the high rise, and there was a tarp, and it freaked me out. I threw my cane down and I ran after him, and I'm like, oh my God, sometimes I can go without a cane. So I started flexing my foot even more. So he saved. That's how I say he saved me, and my OCPD saved me too because it wants to keep me going. But when did we move there? Oh gosh, I would say 2022. No, 21. Sometime in 21. But didn't live there that long. I just couldn't take the humidity.
And did you live out there with your husband at that time?
Yeah. We bought a home together, yes.
Were your kids living with you, or is it just
No. The kid's been on their own for, gosh, my son's been on, he's 33 now, he's been on his own since 19. And our daughter's been on her own since 18. Raised them right. And they came to visit, and I would have our grandson for the summer.
Oh,
So that was nice, yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Where before Virginia, where did you live?
In Visalia. That's where my accident happened. I don't like it.
Visalia,
I love
California?
that town. Loved it.
California?
Loved it, loved it.
How long did you live there for?
I moved around, but pretty much I lived there permanently since my 30s. Yeah, since my 30s, because our daughter, yeah, and stuff. But with my son, I moved around more because I was married before. I was a young widow at 19. I did it all by myself. These TikTokers have nothing on me.
So you had a prior marriage?
Yes, he died. Told him not to buy the dirt bike, but he bought it. And zoom, he went off the cliff. Goodbye.
And your son, is that from your prior marriage?
Yes, but for many, many years since the 90s, he's been raising them. Still raising. I mean, like he still visits. Yeah, very
his
close.
dad.
Yeah, that's his dad. That's right.
Did you marry at 18?
Yes, I was a virgin when I got married. Well, that was dumb. Should have checked the meat price. No, I'm kidding. I did not know they came in different sizes. No.
Let's see. And so he passed away when you were 19?
I was 19 because I was pregnant and he was 20. He just turned 20. And it was my son and I, we ruled the world for a long time. And then met my husband in 1990s, and been there ever since.
And you moved around California?
With him, yeah, different places, all the country. We went everywhere.
Oh, so you moved outside California as well, too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before my husband, yeah.
Before your husband.
Yeah.
And once you met your husband, you were living in...
More settled.
More...
He taught me how to be more, like, stable, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just moving around. But I always had beautiful homes.
Do you remember what year you met your husband?
I'll just say late I don't want to give out the exact time, but late 1990s.
Late 1990s. Do you remember what age you were?
True Christian. In my 20s. I like some things private.
Okay. All right. So I know you said you went to school in high school.
Yeah, Exeter.
Exeter.
And then it was from there. Like I said, everyone said at school at Kuya, it's called Kuya High School.
Mm-hmm.
It's a continuation school. And people would say, "Why are you here? You're not bad." Because I guess they would get kicked out for like smoking pot or doing but I was mostly just learning. It's just if you look at my grades, it just wasn't good. And so
not getting enough
Exeter-
credits.
Yeah, exactly. And then I got better credit. I even got honor roll at continuation school because Mrs. Robinson, I love history, and she would go one-on-one with me a lot. And so I got, so.
So you attended Exeter High School.
But I graduated adult school
Okay.
because I left because I got married, and then I went to it's called TAP for teenage pregnancy. And then I stopped, and then when my son was 2, I actually walked down the aisle with him. I mean, he wasn't with me, he was in the audience with my dad, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay.
I got to
so,
walk.
Okay, so I'm
Cap and gown.
clear.
I was the youngest too,
Yeah.
because usually they're older.
Yeah.
I did the adult school.
So you attended Exeter High School from 9th grade to what grade?
Sophomore.
Okay. And then you went to a guitar school, you said?
Kuya High School continuation school. It's like out in the country. And they let kids smoke over there. I didn't, but they smoked serious. Like they had, that's weird. It was weird, huh? But Mr. Simpson.
Do you remember how you spell the school?
Yeah, Kaweah. Kuya. Continuation of them. But Mr. Simpson was the principal, and his wife was Mrs. Simpson, my kindergarten teacher.
Oh.
Yeah, Yeah, I didn't put that together when I was younger, it was weird. I was like, oh yeah.
Okay, so it's sorry,
It's okay.
K-A-W-E.
W-E-A-H.
Okay. And you attended there from sophomore to
Freshman to sophomore.
freshman?
Oh, you're talking about Kui Delta?
Yeah.
I mean,
Kuya.
I went there for just a year, maybe a year and a half.
And then that's when
Because
you
I got
dropped
held
out
back
with-
as a child, so
Okay.
I looked the youngest, but I was kind of like older than them, like maybe by a year and a half, maybe 2.
And then you dropped out there because you were pregnant, and then
No.
Okay.
No, I dropped there because I got married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't get pregnant until close to 20.
Okay.
I got married at 18.
Okay.
Because do the math, July 24th, 1990, and my son was born August 30th, 1991. So you know what I mean? I waited 4 months. And I'm like, oh, we have a nice house, let's have a kid. All
right, and then you went back to school.
Yeah, I was always in school trying to finish that high school. I
Mhm.
mean, and then finally I finished, and it would have done, technically I would have graduated a year early, but my son had chicken pox at the time,
Mm.
so he couldn't miss more than 3 days of that adult school, and I did, and I just,
What was the name of the adult school again?
it was in Reedley, California, adult school, what is Reedley Adult School?
And how long were you there for?
Not that long, because I just needed a little bit of credit, so I'd say,
Okay.
well, I take that back, I was there for a year, and then I had to go back, and then, which made me mad because my son was sick, that's why but he couldn't miss more than 3 days, and so I went back, and I just had to go like for not that long, and then I got to graduate with everyone that I graduated with didn't really know much English, but we all did cap and gown and everything.
What year did you graduate?
1994, no wait, 91, 92, 93, 94, yeah, I was saying 94 because Christopher was 2.5 years old or something like that. I have to look at my diploma.
Okay. So now you said you struggled in school. Tell me more about your struggle. So what did you have difficulty in?
When I was younger, I had to take speech classes. I had to take special classes, like I said in speech, but also, I got held back. I believe Mrs. Poland twice in 2nd grade. Like, I had her in first, but I think, or second, I don't know, somewhere in second. I had her twice, I remember.
Were you held back once or twice?
I think once.
Once?
Yeah.
Do you remember why you were held back?
Yeah, because of learning disabilities, speech. They didn't really know much back then. They just put you in a corner or make you write sentences.
So in high school or like during your elementary school year, did you ever have an IEP, an individualized?
They didn't have that back then, but as I got older, my good therapist put a 504 into me when I went back to college, and I wish I still would have had that paper, because she put everything down to help me, but I understand why she did. She died a little bit later of cancer, but she was trying to help me, and she told me to use recordings to help me understand, to hear things better. So she would let the college so I can have recordings, I could sit right in front or in the back, because I felt more comfortable in the back. Or wherever I wanted to sit, and wherever I wanted to eat or drink, I can do whatever I wanted. She would do that for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you go to college?
Yeah.
Yeah. What college did you go to?
College of Sequoias.
Did you graduate?
Yes. No, I'm sorry. No. But I went there. But I graduated from another adult school for CNA and RNA.
Okay. So how long did you attend College of Sequoia?
It's a total of 3 years, but it would like be off and on. Like, I'd go a year or maybe 6 months here, there, because I had my son too. So you can imagine a son and food and groceries and books and all that. And at the time, I didn't have my driver's license. I didn't get my driver's license until 22.
Mm.
So perfect. But I went before that and after.
Okay.
So that's what made me, I gotta drive, because I can't carry all these books and a
Yeah.
baby around.
Yeah. And then so, you, what adult school did you go to for the CN and RN?
Porterville and Tulare.
And you got your CN?
CNA,
CNA.
Certified Nurse Assistant, and then I did the Restorative Nurse Assistant after that. But I would use both all through the years, you know. And then I used it, and then I went back to like, you know how you do lines like when they hire you, you do like testing and all that?
Yeah.
And then you would have to do tests. It would be hard for me. I did test, and then they give you certificates, and then they like once you're hired, you have to do the test, I'm sorry. And then I got to work with disabled adults. But I think that's why I did really good with them, because it's like one-on-one, and not one-on-one, I should say. I have learned, I understood them. For some reason, I understood them, so I be very protective of them. So I did very well with working with my patients or clients or residents. It's just the coworkers. When I saw abuse, I just was very, very strict about it. Or when I saw a nurse steal pills, which I got him fired. I got fired first for ratting on him, and then he got fired 2 months later for stealing. I told you.
Okay. Do you remember what year did you receive the certificates?
Oh gosh, I'd say 97 or something like that. 96, 97. So I always waitress too before that. And that really brought in money because, boom, I mean, I could make $200 in one day, cash. Back then it was cash. They didn't really the credit card back then.
For Porterville, did you get your CNA or restorative nurse?
A CNA.
CNA. And then Tulare you did?
Yeah. And then all through California and all that, I would use my license and stuff. And then I also did home care license too. And then I also I was trying to do my own business called companion care, I called it. But that would be like ADLs and light housekeeping for them, and errands, you know.
So would you say like around like 97, a year later, you got your restorative nurse certificate?
Yeah.
Or around the same time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I know you say you had difficulty in speech. Did you ever have like a learning disorder, like a diagnosis of it, or?
Yeah, when I was younger.
When were you diagnosed with it?
ADHD and dyslexia. When I was younger, but they really didn't do much for it. I mean, they didn't. Okay, besides speech classes and special classes, to like they'd touch your throat and go, and you have to like leave class to go to a special class, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you participated in special education.
Yeah.
Do you have special education in high school as well too?
No, but I should have. That's why they put me to continuation school.
Did you participate in special education in middle school?
No, but I didn't do very well either. That was probably the worst. That's it. Yeah, just, and I one time I got in trouble. I didn't do it, but Tabitha and Charlotte was smoking in the boys' restroom, and I told them I did, but I didn't do it. I was just trying to stick up for them, and then I got a spanking from Mrs. Russell in 8th grade, and my dad watched because he didn't spank me, but he said but I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
What were your grades in high school?
Oh God, D's and F's. Some C's, and it was very rare. Like I said, I liked history. I did like English, but because it wasn't that difficult back then, not like it is now. It's more simple. It was more, math was an F all the time. I mean, Mr. Jones tried with me in high school and extra high. It's just nothing worked.
Do you remember if you got any evaluation in elementary school for learning disability?
Probably, I don't know, probably. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so, like, does psychologists come and, like, say, like, oh, you do have a learning disability, you need to be in special ed classes, or?
Yeah, but back then, they didn't, in the 70s and 80s, you know, in the 70s I was in elementary school, but they didn't really do much, you know what I mean? I think it was the lead paint over there. I'm gonna blame it on the lead paint. No, my mother, the only thing my parents ever did was smoke cigarettes, but they were born in the 30s, so that's what they did. And I think my mom and the doctors back then let her do medications and smoke cigarettes, so you got a mix of, you know, but I'm the worst out of all the kids. Everyone's like really articulate, it seems like, but I'm the only one that has all these ones. It's just weird, because, yeah, it's just weird. You know what I mean? You think that, is anybody else dyslexic? Anyone else dyscalculic?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Okay, so dyslexia, ADHD, and learning disability, correct?
Like auto processing disorder, because like you say beer, I'll say here. It's just weird how it's I had a sense of child, and it's like that, they didn't know back then, they just thought I wasn't paying attention. But it wasn't that, it's just like I didn't understand what exactly I had to, like I'm more visual, but my stupid autistic side looks away, and then I'm not really focusing on it, if that makes sense.
Have
But
you ever been diagnosed with autism?
Yes,
When
when I was younger,
When did you get it?
in my early 20s.
Was it by, like...
It was like a behavioral therapist, or
Okay.
a therapist of some kind.
Okay, so I'll move that too, that's like... Okay.
Cause sometimes cause it's just weird, cause I don't like certain lights, like fluorescent
Yeah,
lights.
okay, we'll talk to that,
Yeah.
just cause we have so much.
I know, I'm sorry.
Together. No, it's okay. Did you make friends easily in school?
Yeah, cause I'm funny. So I almost got in the yearbook for being the funniest. I never had no enemies.
Did you have, were you ever suspended?
Only because I stuck up for Charlotte and Tabitha one time. And then Charlotte and Tabitha did school in high school, and I went with them. But I didn't get in trouble. They got caught for some reason. I was like, I told you guys not to go restroom at the church. They used it on the outside. I said, shouldn't have done that. Gonna be in trouble now. They got caught.
And you took the blame for them smoking in the bathroom, right?
Yes, the boys' bathroom. Smoking in the boys' bathroom. That's all.
Okay. Let's see. All right, let's move on.
And we still talk about it to this day, all of us.
Are you currently employed?
Oh no, I can't work anymore.
Since when have you not,
July 2020, right towards the end, right before my surgery, because I always prep up before surgery. I get myself like, it's kind of like for a fight. Like, you gotta eat the salmon, you gotta bulk up, you know, you gotta get ready. So that was last time, which is sad because some of my patients were saying, oh, can you come back and take care of my mom and stuff? And I was like, oh, I can't because of surgery, it's coming up. But, you know, afterwards, yeah, but I could never go back because they cut the pernal nerve. So, there it goes.
So since July, sorry, what year?
2020.
2020.
Oh, I miss it. I wish I would go back even just part-time, but I can't. I stood at my friend's house the other day for an hour and a half, and I was like, oh my God, the flare-ups. I was like, why did I stand up for an hour and a half? I did because they were standing up, so I felt like that I had to stand up, if that makes sense. And anyway, just was stupid of me.
And they cut the perineal nerve?
Yeah, on accident. Right there. Big old scar.
It was a medical accident?
Yes. And you know what's weird? I found his notes. Negative for tarsal tunnel. He didn't need the surgery. I didn't need it. Like I told him. I'm a Heoka empath, and I'm like, I told you I didn't need. I told you it was plantar fasciitis. I just needed rest. That's it. And ever since then, been a nightmare.
Okay. What was your last employment?
Oh, I don't remember when, but I remember it was July of 2020 because it was like a private, and they'd pay you more to take care of veterans. But I forgot the company's name.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was like $15 an hour, which was pretty good back then.
And was it in California or
Yes.
Virginia?
No, Virginia could not work. In California.
What was your role? What was the name of your role?
Oh, that was just like home care, I believe. But they give you sometimes fancy names. I worked with disabled children, but I forgot what it's called. But it's like, I forgot, they're fancy names. It's just taking care of helping people.
And in that job, did you assist veterans and elders?
Yeah, I would help them like bathe them and run errands for them and help them pay their bills. I know I'm hard with math, but I can do simple math, you know what I mean? I would make sure they take their medication, you know, just things like that.
Okay. All right.
Dress
How
them.
long did you work there?
Oh gosh, probably about a year, cause yeah, about a year. Cause sometimes I'd take time off because I know mentally I just couldn't do it, you know. And I'd like, oh, I'm gonna take some months off, and like, okay, and then they hired me back. That's what they did in my 20s too. At the, they go, why are you hiring her back? She quit. I give them notice, but it's just, that's just me. I need some breaks sometimes, and they would just let me do it. And they would hire, because I'm such a good nurse assistant, they would hire me right back. So I've had jobs at 3 times that time.
So were you there for a really long time? You just had breaks?
Not a long time, just like 6 months to a year. Never a year. I never made it to a year to a job. Almost one time, but never. Because I just need breaks, I guess. I don't know why. It's because I love what I'm doing, but just maybe, I think it's overwhelming my learning disabilities. The RNA was hard because, I know it sounds weird, but when I weigh them, we had to subtract. And I was like, oh my gosh, they use like different numbers. So that was really hard. Even though it's a really simple job, it's just the weighing part was the hardest. Because I was like, oh.
Have you ever been fired from a job?
Yep.
Why?
Or turning people in for being bad. Or I saw abuse. I saw them steal. So when I see that, yep, I sure did.
Was it one job? Was it twice?
Several. Because I'm very strict when it comes. And one time I got someone fired because I quit that job, but I let the owner know when he puts this man to bed, he's not using a pillow, and he's just like kind of plopping him in bed, and he's hitting the wall, his head. And I said, how come you're not using a pillow to put gently? So I told privately, and then I saw that man in Home Goods, and he goes, I got fired. I go, oh, you did? But I was like in my head, yeah, well, that's what you get for hurting somebody. And he was working there for like 5 years, and they didn't know. That's sad.
So you got fired from jobs because you reported abuse, stealing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Or like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just the employees, the ones I worked with, just not all of them. Just you'd be like one of a bad seed, you know what I'm saying? And they were working there for years, but I wasn't gonna put up with that. I'm sorry. You know, some people don't. Oh, I don't see no tell because they worry about losing their job. Well, I didn't care about losing it because I know I can find another one because I'm good at my job.
Did you ever have problems at work?
Like, what do you mean?
Like problems like completing tasks.
No, I got to train people because I was so strict and on everything, and other people were more shy. And my autistic side didn't want to, but my OCPD, which I didn't know at the time, was like a go-getter, like that was, you know what I'm saying, like made me do everything right. And they like that. They like, because they want to be trained right. They want someone to be trained right. Not like goof off, like, oh, take breaks, and other people take smoking breaks. I'm like, smoking breaks? I mean, it shouldn't be a smoking break. It's not your time.
Alright. How do you get along, when you used to work, how did you get along with your coworkers and your...
Oh, good. Good. I'm funny, like I said.
How did you get along with your, like, the people that you would help out with?
Awesome. Like my residents and patients? Oh, good, very good. I still remember all their stories. And they can tell me 100 times the same story, and I listen like it was the first time. That's what I do now, though. I help people right now. I don't get paid for it, but that's okay. I go out and help the poor, I preach. And if I see them in distress, I go to them, I give them a hug and talk to them like I'm their therapist. And I just listen. They just need someone to listen to.
Do you volunteer at a certain place, or is it just like...
No, I just do it. It's just where God sends me. Where my Heyoka wants to send me.
Okay. How do you support yourself right now?
My husband gives me money, and some of my family, they have, I won't say who, but they have money, and they give me money when I want it.
Your siblings? Or when
Oh,
you say
just-
family, or?
Yeah, just family in general, if I need it. They know I'm paying back but they don't ask for it.
Alright.
Oh, and my children too.